Imagine you are 13 years old, living in the heart of the South Peninsula and Cape Town. Your life is defined by the rhythm of the wind and the salt of the sea in Capri Village. You are a grade Init student at Fish Hook High School, and your world is a whirlwind of energy. You spend your afternoons mountain biking through the rugged trails of the Western Cape, your lungs burning with the good kind of fire. Or you are diving into the water for intra-school swimming events. You live with your mom, your dad, and your older sister Erin in a home where the future feels like an open book with endless pages. In this before version of your life, you are known for the movement, as you cannot sit at one place and constantly move here and there. You are the kind of kid who doesn't sit still and finds happiness in the physical challenges, just like climbing a steep hill or doing a long lap in the pool. You are surrounded by the community of the Deep South, a place where everyone knows you because of your name and activities. But even while your feet are planted in the African soil, your mind is thousands of miles away, drifting toward the most remote corner of the globe. Since you were a little boy, you have been captivated by a single icy obsession: Antarctica. To you, it isn't just a place on a map, it represents something wild and extraordinary. You dream of the vast white expanse, the silence of the ice, and the mystery of a continent that few humans ever get to touch. You don't just want to see it, you want to stand at the very bottom of the world and feel the weight of its majesty. This dream is your North Star, a quiet fascination that you carry with you through your school days and your weekend adventures. Then, in 2024, the world you were building in your dream splits into two. It happens in a single afternoon, a moment that your family might never be able to recall. Your life splits into before and after. You are diagnosed with a germinoma brain tumor. Suddenly, your life is no longer about mountain bike races or school exams. You are fighting for your life. The after begins with months of aggressive radiation treatment. This isn't just a medical procedure, it is a battle that leaves you feeling like a stranger in your own body. You wake up, but the happiness you once felt is replaced by a crushing fatigue, so heavy you can barely get through a single day. You lose your hair. Your nights are stolen by sleeplessness, and your days are marred by a severe loss of appetite that turns the simple act of eating into a grueling daily struggle. Your hormones are disrupted, your energy is vanished, and the teenager who used to sprint up mountains now struggles with the basic demands of recovery. You endure long, difficult nights where the side effects of the radiation feel like an insurmountable wall. The after is a place of shadows, hospital visits, and a body that no longer obeys your command. But then the shift begins. It doesn't happen all at once, but through the collective strength of what your mother calls your healing mecca. You realize you aren't fighting this alone. The community of the South Peninsula, the doctors, therapists, neighbors, and friends rallies around you like a human fortress. You begin a journey of unconventional and dedicated healing. You find yourself at the Wings Hyperbaric Center in Nordhook, breathing in life-giving oxygen therapy to help your body rebuild. You meet an angel named Letitia who brings high-dose IV infusions every week. When you can't face food, a nutritional scientist named Heidi works tirelessly to find ways to get nourishment back into your system. Perhaps most importantly, you find peace in the quiet. You spend time at Solara's Wings in Nordhook, simply being near horses. In their presence, in the stillness of the stables, you find a calm that the hospital halls couldn't provide. People you barely know drop off meals. Your teachers visit you with food and encouragement. Your friends send messages that keep your spirit from flickering out. You are carried by the extraordinary kindness of ordinary people. Then the shift happens when the owner of the White Desert Antarctica get to know about your story, about your resilience, and decide to make the dream of your childhood into a reality. They sponsor a trip for you and your mother to visit the icy interior of the continent. You suddenly feel like your life is changing, happiness surging through your veins, the rust of happiness. On January 29th, you board a plane for a 5-hour flight. It is your first time ever leaving the country. You leave behind the warmth of Cape Town and fly toward the white horizon you have spent a lifetime imagining. You step off the plane and the air hits you. It is less cold than you imagined, but it is far more beautiful than any dream could have prepared you for. You are 14 years old, you are cancer-free, and you are standing on the vast white ice of Antarctica. For a few days, the boy who couldn't get out of bed is a pioneer. You explore deep ice crevices that look like glittering caves. You abseil down an ice cliff, feeling the strength return to your limbs with every move. You stand alongside your mother, your biggest supporter, and look out over a landscape that is as harsh as it is magnificent. Standing there, you realize that you have done more than just reach a destination. Reaching Antarctica wasn't about escaping your diagnosis. It was about proving that your diagnosis doesn't define the size of your future. You have moved through the harshest season of your life and come out the other side, healthy and strong. As you look at the ice, you aren't just thinking about what you've survived. You are dreaming of what comes next. You want to return here one day to conduct research. You are already dreaming of the day your body is fit enough to race your mountain bike in competitions again. You have learned that recovery is not a straight line. There are still hard days and fluctuating energy, but you have also learned that dreams can really come true if you never give up on them. You take a deep breath of the Antarctic air, a satisfying takeaway etched into your soul. The coldness of the air, the beauty of the white snow-covered mountains, the soft feeling of the stepping foot. Even after the coldest winter, life can still be beautiful. And you know who you are? You are Jason Keymer, and you have stood at the bottom of the world.